Well, hello there. Yeah, you. Welcome to another week of A Shot of Whiskey Live. Hold that thought. Just a second. Alright. Yeah. Filled her up. Cheers.
See, like 1-3 now. From first to last. Oh, dude.
Where's my meatloaf?
We were aggressive in the trade market. We got ourselves some stellar players. Baby, can I get my drink? Let me get a little sip.
Yeah, Daddy.
About to go do some fishing. Gonna catch me a big old marlin over there in that pond in the neighborhood. How are you supposed to get big time points when your quarterback doesn't hand the ball off to your running?
Sam here for a shot of whiskey news with a microphone that is definitely plugged in.
Appreciate the almost weekly videos by our great commissioner. I don't really understand why it takes you all the way till Sunday freaking morning to post the video.
Three-time champion. I'm usually pretty humble, but I am the king.
Well, thank you all for joining us. I was in Tahiti last week. That's why I couldn't have a show. Corey even sent me a video. Luckily, he figured out this whole internet uploading thing. He was able to get his upset of the week. And I guess he got it right. To be fair, though, he did pick a different game. No names to be named. Earlier in the week, after Thursday, he changed it. We'll just let it be there. You think what you want. Also, it was the Marine Corps birthday last week. So, to all you fellow Teufel-Hundens out there, didn't get to do this last week. So, cheers, mates. Alrighty. Now that we got that out of the way. Let's go to the game that no one cares about. Alright, game that no one cares about. This one was tricky. No, I'm just joking, it wasn't tricky at all. King Dongers, Miami Dolphins. The whole team's on a bye except for like two dudes. Dongers in a landslide. Alright, now, since I forgot to do it earlier, we're going to go and check out last week's action. We had solid games. Jaeger Bombs got a win after losing a few in a row. Tickle My Pickles beat up the Poop Deck. Ballers, man, they are on that win streak. They beat Big Red. Belichick beat up on the Dak Picks. And Dongers beat up on Aztec Warriors. The game that should have been game of the week was Michaels and Perfect Circles. Man, that came down to the wire. Circles winning by, my math is off, but like 0.8. Crazy thing about that I didn't even really realize at the time that Will pointed out to me was that fumble at the end that Devontae Smith had. That almost cost Michaels the game. And all he was doing was trying to create a victory for his team. And he almost cost Michaels the game. You might want to bench him this week, Michaels. I'm just saying. Alright. Alrighty. Forgot to do the, put in my normalness. Let's go to the standings. As you can see here in the standings, still got the Dongers at 9-1 in first place. Took my Pickles second place at 8-2. They have put a little separation. Most likely, barring a crazy thing, they will be the top 2 seeds in the playoffs with only a few games left in the season. Here we got Belichick, Circles, Dak Picks all tied at 6-4. Reds and Michaels at 5-5. And the outside looking in, Deck, Jaeger Bombs, Ballers riding that 4-game win streak at 4-6. And then Aztec and Dolphins are on pace to battle it out for the tank game, which will decide the #1 pick. Which Corey does have a lot invested in that because he does own the Dolphins' first pick. So, you know that he's rooting for the Dolphins to suck. And we will just wait till next year to see who he rapes for their top pick. Just joking, Corey. Anyways, all right. Now, that is over. And, sorry, a week off in vacation land, and I am, like, struggling with what I'm going to say. We're going to go to upset of the week. Now, my upset of the week is Dolphins over, just joking, they're the game that no one cares about. But I'm just going to make it quick off the cuff right here. Let's look at this real quick. Upset of the week. Man, I don't really see any upsets. But Michael Michaels did have a press conference earlier this week. Let's see what he thinks should be the upset of the week.
You know, Coach Corey over there, I can't help that he is just too fun to fuck with. You know, hey, he's been wanting me to thank him for Mixon and for other trades recently. I can't help that he's just a horrible negotiator. I can't help it. I'm over here twisting and getting the team that I want. I'm dictating this. It's time to put some respect on Team Michael Michaels' name, baby. Here we go again. I've seen the projections. I'm not worried about the projections, okay? Here we go. Upset of the week. Team Michael Michaels. Corey, it's all right. I got something for you, brother. Go ahead. Send me your address. And I'm going to put this little baby in the mail for you. All right? All right. Team Michael Michaels out, baby. I love it. I love it. You can't keep my name out of your mouths. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You know what, Michael Michaels? I actually kind of agree with you. I'm going to take Michael Michaels over to Tickle My Pickles. And I'm not doing this on purpose, Corey. Just every week you look like you're going to get upset. It'll happen. I've gotten one of them right. It'll happen. All right. Now, a message from Brian.
Hey guys, it's Bryant with the Blue Ballers here. I just want to make a quick little video confessional. Coming off 4 straight wins, my head's starting to get a little big. Not gonna lie to you, it's kind of going around pounding my chest, and ended up going toe to toe with Corey Utter of Tickle My Pickle this past week, and a little gentleman's bet. We won't go into the details of the bet itself; it's really irrelevant. But it didn't go well for me. And, it was really just a reminder that, I am a rookie. And Corey is a veteran. He is a champion of this league. He deserves respect. He's practically, fantasy Jesus. Other than the fact that Jesus had, a lot of hair and Corey has none, they're pretty much the same. So I probably needed to be brought back down to earth and humbled a little bit. Now, don't mistake, this little off the field issue, is not going to affect the Ballers. We're still going hard in the paint for that 5th win in a row, and just maybe going to pull out, I don't know the the history of a shot of whiskey, but I imagine, making the playoffs for us would probably be one of the biggest Cinderella stories of this league. So, but that being said, I just wanted to acknowledge that, as good of a fantasy manager as I feel like I am and I'm capable of being, I'm not as good as Corey, but that is my goal. That is my life goal, actually, to be as good as Corey. And I think we should all probably be a little bit more like that. To basically set Corey as the gold standard. So anyway, just wanted to kind of get this out there, you guys. Good luck this week, and except for whoever's playing the Ballers, because Baller Nation, let's bounce.
Thank you, Bryant. That was exquisite and Excalibur. And now let's go on to the game of the week. Quite a few games, quite a few that could work. But I'm going to say Big Red and unsolicited Dak picks are going to be the game of the week. The reason why is Dak picks are 6-4. They look like they're a lock for the playoffs, even though they're not, but they look like they're probably going to make the playoffs. Big Red played really well, but now they're 5-5. The reason why because this game is very important. Both teams are projected. Here, let's pull up their box score / rosters. We got, it's tight. Tannehill, 24 points on Thursday. Watson, 21. Watson. Maybe he was right by saying he got the steal of the draft, late third round. Still, I think Big Red got the steal of the draft right now with Dameon Pierce in the third round. But Watson is coming on. That's 2 weeks now where he's gotten over 20 points back to back. We'll see how that rolls out in the future. But either way, you got a good young receiver there. Man, I don't know. This one's a tough one. I just don't like the Cowboys. So I think Ezekiel Elliott's going to suck. Patterson will probably do his thing. I'm not big on Deontay Johnson like I used to be. Again, I don't like the Cowboys, so Schultz will suck. Thielen is kind of touchdown dependent, so we'll see where that one lands. But he is playing the Cowboys, so he might put up 8 touchdowns. We'll see. You like what I did there. Hopkins. I like Hopkins a lot, but he's playing the Niners. But their secondary struggles at times on big plays. Hopkins will get his standard 15 points. Cowboys D, they're playing the Vikings. I don't like the Cowboys. Cowboys will get like 2 points. Nick Folk plays for the Patriots, All-American. But he's a kicker. We'll see what happens. Big Red, here we go. Herbert, I don't like the kid. Something about him, he reminds me of LeBron James. I never liked LeBron. I don't like Herbert. Makes sense, Red. I know we had debates back in the day about Kobe, LeBron. Now we don't have those debates with Herbert and whoever. But either way, you get where I'm going with this. Herbert, he'll get like 18 points. Dalvin Cook, I've liked him a lot. I just feel like he's injury prone, even though he has not got injured this year, which kind of ruined my mojo with Madison. It's all right. The day will come. I've had him for 3 years. The day will come. I think he'll do good against the Cowboys defense. You can bank on Cook getting about 20 points. Pierce, I like the kid. Good steal. Redskins defense plays tough. Pierce is all the Texans got. I don't know. They're projecting him at 15. I think he'll get around 13. DJ Moore, again, I like the kid, but Baker, come on, dude. I know you're a Oklahoma kid from Texas, but I don't know if I should be rooting for you or not. But you're not NFL quarterback, dude. And DJ Moore plays a lot better with P.J. Walker at the helm. The undrafted kid, by the way. It's kind of weird, isn't that? Like, you have 2 quarterbacks on your Panthers team, JD. Also, you, Bryant. I guess you're a Panther dude, too. But let's just think about this for a second. You have Baker Mayfield, #1 overall pick. You have Sam Darnold, I think the 3rd pick. Maybe 2nd, probably 3rd. And undrafted P.J. Did I say Peter? Now I can't even remember his damn name. Now I got myself confused with the NBA dude. Maybe my graphics team will help me. They're not helping at the moment, but in editing, maybe they'll help me. Anyways, yeah. I don't know, but I like Moore a lot. He'll get like 10 points. Ayuk, you know he's a beast. I gave him to you for Hunt. I hated to do that. I spent 2 years trying to get him. I finally got him, and then I pulled a Corey and traded him. Just like he spent time getting Mixon, he got him and then traded him. But I did it for the good of the team. I needed insurance for Chubb, and that's why I did it. Ayuk's going to do like 15 points for you, man. I feel it. Juwan Johnson, he's okay. I know Chris over there in Saints Land is big on Juwan Johnson. I don't know, I'm just assuming that. He's also big on Kamara, your other guy. I think Johnson will do fine against the Rams. Kamara will do great. He'll get you like 18 points. I feel it. Mike Williams, something about him, I've never liked him either. Maybe I just don't like the Chargers. I don't know. I did like LaDainian Tomlinson, though. And I did oddly like Phillip Rivers. But I think Williams, I think he's going to be sucky for you this week. I think he'll get like 8 points. Commanders' defense, their defense played well against Philly. I think they'll play well against the Texans. You'll get a couple turnovers there, so I think they'll help you get like 10 to 12 points. Carlson, the Las Vegas kicker, who knows? Again, kickers are kickers. That was a very long breakdown of the game of the week. But overall, I'm going to take Big Red. I think he's going to pull it together and get this win. It'll be tight. I'm going to say 130 to 128. It's going to come down to Monday Night Football in Mexico. Viva la Mexico. Brandon Ayuk, they'll be down by 14 points. And Brandon Ayuk will get you 15 on Monday Night Football to win the game. Game of the week. Big Red winners. I need a shot. That prediction recap hurt me. I'm not going to do a double one this time. I'm going to do like, screw it, why not? I've already started pouring. Might as well just finish her up. Damn, this bottle's half empty already. It was pretty full to start the show. What was I going to say? Okay, so we are winding down. End of the season is getting close. Let me pull this up. I forget how many games we have left. I think it's 4. Schedule. Where's schedule at? Sorry, guys. Sorry. I don't have any extra members helping me edit. We are on week 11. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 games left. Okay. All right. This is where the playoff breakdown. Oh, yeah. I got to do that shot. Spilled a little on my chin. Okay. All right, here we go. We got this week. We got some solid matchups. A lot of teams need these wins. I mean, the teams that are definitely in pretty much Dongs and the Pickles. The other teams that look like they're probably in, I mean, Circles, the Cooper Cup hurt him, getting hurt. We got Belichick. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, all the way down to the 10th seed is still in the playoffs right now. This week, we got some tough matchups. Bryant with the Ballers are going up against Belichick. That's a must-need win for both, really. If the Belichick can win, they can pretty much lock up a spot. Really, if any of the 6 and 4 teams win, for the most part, they can lock it in. Me personally, I'm feeling that I mean, anything's possible. It's hard to say. I mean, the Bombs are clearly going to make the playoffs. So that means one of those teams have to be on the outside looking in. I think Red is not going to make it. The Bombs, I think they got a decently easy schedule to end the season, mainly because they had all their tough games at the beginning. They had a lot of injuries. They might have Chase coming back soon. Brown is supposed to be coming back, so they should have a fully loaded roster come these last few weeks. Next week they go up against Dax. That should be a tough man. They need that win. It would be bad for the Dax if they lose this week to Red and then lose to Bombs next week. And then Bombs wins this week and win next week, because then it's going to be a 6-6. I mean, a lot of stuff can happen. I would say right now, looking at this, Big Red has a tough schedule. They play Dak Picks, they play Circles, they play Pickle, and then they finish up the season against Belichick. Red might be one of the teams that falters here at the end, just because of, I mean, pure luck. I mean, they have a solid team, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I think just because of their schedule right now to end the season, they could fall just short. But they do have pretty good points, so a tiebreaker scenario could definitely help them be the team that wins that if there's like a three-way tie for 6 or something. Belichick, I mean, plays Ballers this week. Tickle next week will be a tough match for them, but they're very capable of beating the scrappy Tickles. Circles, I mean, again, they have a good team, but that cup injury did hurt them. They could win that one. Belichick could, and then they finish the season with Red. The other team, Dak, they play Bombs next week, and then they play the Dongs. Probably going to lose that one. I mean, Dongs are probably only going to have one loss this year. And then they finish out against the Ballers. That could be a very significant game. That could be the game of the week that week. It could almost be the winner of that game makes the playoffs. Ballers, their schedule, I mean, they play Belichick this week. That's going to be a tough one. But then next week they go up against the Dongers. That one, probably a loss. So you have to factor in, okay, then they play Jaeger Bombs. Clearly a loss. And then and then they finish the season against Dak Picks, which I just said. So that one could be super important. But they definitely need to win this week. They need to win 2 of the next 4 to have I would say the 6th seed needs to get at least 6 wins to get in there. By how it's all went, because I doubt Big Red's not going to lose 4 in a row. So the 6th seed will need, Big Red's going to win 1 or 2 of those games. So at least the 6th seed needs to have 6 wins. But again, that's banking on Big Red losing 1 out of the next 3, or Dak losing 3 of the next 4, like all 4, which probably is very unlikely because Dak has a solid team as well. I'm kind of talking in circles right now because there's so much going on. I don't know. I might have to have Corey next week do like a breakdown of who he thinks the 6 teams will be. I think Corey might be good at that. He's better at this stuff than I am. I just kind of wing it as I go. He actually studies it. And maybe Dak, actually. Mark is... Maybe we could do like, have Mark, Will, and Corey do their own versions next week, calling you guys out. You each do your own little quick 3-minute hitter on who you think will be the 6 playoff teams based on schedules and everything. And send that to me. We'll put it in next week's show. Let everyone think what they think. I don't got anything else, man. I just talk in circles. The alcohol has now hit me. I've taken 5 shots in the last 15 minutes. 5 double shots in the last 15 minutes. So that's 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2 is 10. So I've taken 10 shots. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing right now. We'll see you next week on Shot of Whiskey Live.